ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय सदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। गौरसरचरित्रामितनिधि गौरं सर्वं स्तुवे गौरेण प्रथितं रहस्य भजनं गौरं सर्वं ददे। गौरस्य कृपालु रात्रिनपरो गौरस्य भृत्य स्वभावं गौर गौरमचरामि भगवान् गौर प्रभु रक्ष माम्। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि प्रिये। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरह कातुराजुषा पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तर्वो विनेदुस्त्वं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। बोलो हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। लाउडली हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। I can't hear anyone. More loudly. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Everyone is muted. How I can hear them? That was a trick. Anyway, but I can hear everyone. Don't think you all are muted and I'm not hearing you. Whatever you all speak about me, you can't hide from me. It comes to me. Okay? Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanand Namane Gaur Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Adayate. Everyone should worship Bhakti Thakur at home every day. Although we have physically no access to him, we do have access to our Gurudev. Yeah. And he is representative of all our acharyas. By worshipping him, we have worshipped the entire Guru Parampara. But from my perspective, worshipping Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur every day is very auspicious. Very auspicious. So we pray every day to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It is just because of your compassion, mercy, your desire that today we having Tulsi Mala on our neck. We having tilak on our forehead. And we are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And we are hearing all that philosophy only because of your mercy. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namane. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, personification of Gaura Shakti, the potency of Mahaprabhu. Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami appeared in front of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and ordered him that I received one order from Mahaprabhu and he wants to accomplish something through you. So compile the verses of Bhagavatam in a flow, yeah, to establish Sambandha, Abhideha, and Prayojan. And Srila Bhakti Thakur, if you see that book, you understand what book I'm speaking about? Bhagavad Ark Marichi Mala. I don't think so we have in English. Maybe, I don't know. But in Hindi. And if you see the cover book of that, you have to see the cover of that book, the painting, sorry, on that cover book, you see how Bhakti Thakur is, praying, and Sarup Damodar Goswami is giving his darshan to Bhakti Thakur. On his order, he compiled. Wonderful book. Sri Bhagavad Ark Marichi Mala. How much we can glorify him? There is no limit. Vandana karite moi kato shakti dhari tamo buddhi dosha mat. Vandana karite moi kato shakti dhari tamo buddhi dosha mat dambha kori tatrapi mukera bhagya mane ulas dosh khami mo adhame karo nij das. So heart touching words in this song book. Vrindavanavasi jata Vaishnavera Prathame vandana kari Sabara charana. Okay, you can find this bhajan. And in the last, to maybe third last or fourth last line, Vandana kari te mui Kato shakti dhari Tamo buddhi doshe mui Damba matra kari Tatapi mukera bhagya Manera yulasa Dosha khami mo adhame Karani jadasa. See, what is the meaning of this? Radha Sundari, please unmute her. What is the meaning of these two lines?
What power do I have to glorify them? Afflicted by ignorance, I only exhibit conceit. Yet, even one who is dumb, such as me, is greatly fortunate and joyful at the heart to have an opportunity to glorify them. O Vaishnavas, forgive the faults of this fallen soul and make me your own servant.
And the translation of this line, right. Pay obeisances to the Vaishnava. What is the line? Vaishnavas present in the past, present, and in future. No?
I don't know.
Okay. So, worshipping Srila Bhakti Thakur, very auspicious for all the sadhakas. But his best worship is to read his book. And this Bhajan Rasa is actually telling us the secrets of Bhajan. The best of the dynasty of Bharat. The holy name of Shri Hari is eternally present only in the mouth of one who has perfectly worshipped Vasudev for hundreds of births. We heard this yesterday. The word Samacharet in this text means properly worshipped. Krishna saying to Arjun, O Arjun, When one has worshipped Bhagwan Vasudev for several births, according to rules and regulations, his heart becomes indifferent to lust and so on. After worshipping Vasudev for many, many births, we are in the process. We are in the process. Don't know how many births we are worshipping Krishna. That's the reason why in this birth we are hearing. We are fortunate and we are so fortunate that we are hearing all this deep philosophy. How many people can hear this? How many people can understand this? Because everyone have their own respective qualification. I was in one program yesterday evening and we were all having prasadam there. And there were many serving pots was present on the table. There was a boy, young boy. I asked him, "You see the dimensions of this dishes?" He said, "Yes. One is small, one is little big, one is little big, one is little big, and one was tiny small one." He said, "What do you want to say?" I said, "This is called qualifications. If we fill those different dishes with water, and if we see sun or moon as a shadow in that water, the small part will show moon is small. The bigger part show the moon is big. The more bigger form show the moon is more big. Moon is same, but because of different parts, uh, the moon appears like small, big, and big, and big, and big. What does this mean? The meaning hereby Krishna, Guru Tattva, Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, Vaishnav Tattva is always effulgent and same. It only differs the recipient, how much qualification we have. That also differs from person to person. We can't say, oh, we two sisters together or we two brothers together, same qualification. No, perception is different according to one's qualification. Therefore, I was telling, I don't know if I did said this in class. Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj used to say, "Tomar china bhakti pragyan, hamar china bhakti pragyan ek nai." Your understanding of Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, my understanding of Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj cannot be same. It differs according to qualification. So, don't know how many more births, but we are worshipping Krishna. Okay. And after following rules and regulation, then this heart will become indifferent to the negativities. Indeed, Mukunda appears in the heart of such a person. The scriptures present the system of Archan to enable the neophyte devotees, Kanishta Adhikaris, to develop pure, good behavior and to bring him to the practice of Bhagavad Bhakti. Okay. By performance of Archan, his heart will gradually become pure and freed from sorrow, anger, fear, and so forth. Yasya Vaishunamayanam Krishna Param Purushe Bhakti Rutpatti Pumsam Shok Mo Bhayapaha. By hearing Srimad Bhagavatam about Bhagavad Dharma from lips of devotees, Vaishnav, Guru Vaishnavs, what will happen? Yasya Vaishunamayanam Krishnam Param Purushe. about the topics of Krishna, then यस्य वैष्णवनाम Krishna Parampurushe Bhakti Utpatti Pumsam. Bhakti will manifest in the heart. Bhakti Sanjataya Bhaktaya, with the association of Bhaktas, Bhakti will manifest in the heart. And when Bhakti will manifest in the heart, then all negativities start going out. They're going out. What are those negativities? Shok, Moh, Bhay, Paha. Shok, lamentation. Moh, bewilderment. Bhay, fear. All these things comes out because of the presence of Bhakti. And from where we can get Bhakti? Bhakta Sanjataya Bhaktaya, with the by the association of devotees, Bhakti will manifest in the heart. No other way, no other way, no other way. Only by the association of bhaktas. Krishna se tomar, Krishna dite paro, tomar shakati aje, ami to kangal, Krishna Krishna boli, dhai tava pache pache. Krishna is the property. Krishna is the asset of devotees. They can give Krishna. Only they can give Krishna. Krishna himself cannot give to someone, but devotees can give Krishna. By performing, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami Pad says, Shok Amrisha Advi Bhaver Akrantam Yasya Manasam Katham Tatra Mukundasya Surati Sambhavna Bhavet. Very important verse. How can Mukunda manifest in the heart of a person who is filled with emotions like grief and anger? Cannot. Mukunda, Krishna always where there is happiness and blissfulness. When there is no grief and anger. But we are always in grief and in anger. Always anger and grief. But that's also important. What is important? Anger and grief for Krishna being the center. You will see devotees also, means Guru Vargas, also sometimes grief and anger. Their grief and anger is different from our grief and anger. Center of their life is Krishna. So their grief is for Krishna. Aye Deen Dayard Nath He Mathura Nath Kadavalokishi. Hidayam Tav Avloka Katram Dait Brahmati Kim Karom Meham. Oh, the Lord of Mathura, where are you? Where are you? Grief. Shri Madhavendra Puripad, lamenting. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, lamenting. Na prema gandho asti durape me haro. Kandrami Sobhagyam Prakashitam. Vamshi Vilas Ananya Aloka Binam. Duranti Yat Prana Yat Patanga Vratha. Na prema gandho asti. I don't even have a tinge of prema in me. A tinge of prema. But what are you seeing the tears in my eyes? This is just a show off. Without the darshan of Vamshidhari Shri Krishna, this life is just like a insect, like a bug. So Mahaprabhu is in grief, devotees in anger and grief, but their anger and grief is Krishna being the center. The grief of the gopis, Punati Bhuvanatrayam, purifying the three worlds, the whole universe. Punati Bhuvanatrayam. What is the okay? The grief of the gopis purifying the whole universe. What is the grief of the gopis? Jayati te dikam janmana vraja sheyataindira shashvadagrahi दैतदीक्षुता तैधिता सवान what the जयति तेदिकां जन्मना व्रजा श्रेयातैन्दिरा शाश्वदातहि दयितदीक्षुता दीक्षुतावका त्वयि विचन्ते I forgot. One day we were going to sing Gopi Geet on Zoom all together. And this is Kartik month. That's the grief of the gopis. Pranay Geet, Yugal Geet, Gopi Geet, Punati Bhuvanatraya. Purifying. So when they are in grief, actually that's the bona fide, that's the exact grief. But we also get grief. We are also in grief and lamenting. There's a perverted form of that pure grief. One devotee asked a question. So very practical, very practical. It's practical for those who actually serve. But those who don't serve, those who don't take any responsibility, for them there is no realization. Realization only comes to a person when anyone takes a responsibility. And after taking a responsibility, after serving, then one goes through so many ups and downs, ups and downs. When there is no responsibility, there is no ups and downs, so just straight. That going down is also a realization to make a person more high growing up. Just like if one has to, those who do hiking, they go to mountains. So if someone has to reach to the highest peak of a mountain, what to do? I tried this. In South India, there is a temple, Ahobalam Narsingha. It's mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mahaprabhu went there. Sri Nityananda Prabhu went there. Srila Prabhupada went there. Param Gurudev, everyone goes there. Ahobalam Narsingha. Ahobalam means that's the exact location where Narsingh Bhagwan appeared from a pillar. The pillar is still there. Not exactly that pillar, because that is that happened in Satyuga, but this is different. One other pillar just on the same location, and the same spot where Narsingh Bhagwan killed Hiranyakashipu, ripped apart his chest, and took all his intestines and wrapped over his neck. Exact that place, and the school of Prahlad Maharaj, where he used to teach his friends. Everything is there, but in a very uh, ruined uh, state. But many devotees go there. Mahaprabhu went there, Nityananda Prabhu been there. So one has to climb the mountain. So till one point, everything is easy. But if you want to see that pillar, oh, that's so difficult. There's no stairs, there's no rope, there's nothing. You have to just, it's so steep. You have to just, it's not even tilt like this. The mountain is just like straight, and one has to go hiking the mountain. How? Taking support of the bushes, trees, plants, holding them rocks, like monkey, for almost like 2.5 hour non-stop hiking. I know after that what happened to my shoulders, my neck, everything for 1 week. It's too difficult. And then 2.5 hour hiking, and it's that risky. If you slip, then you just go Hari Bol in a valley. You go, then you get the opportunity to go in the abode of Narsingh Bhagwan to become his associate, and you get Prahlad Maharaj there. You understand what I want to say? You finish if you slip. So very careful, very dangerous. If one wants to, not everyone goes there. All other darshans, mountain, that's fine. But if you want to see that pillar, that location, so difficult. So we were like 5, 6 boys. We were doing this, and I really wanted to see that. Other devotees also wanted to see that. It was risky though, but young ones always ready for risk. 2.5 hours hiking, and that's even easy. So coming to the highest peak, then one has to go down little, like 15-20 minutes, like a down a valley. And if you see valley so deep, just by seeing, you get unconscious. So dangerous. You have to go like this, and that pillar is there. Hardly 1 or 2%, hardly 1% goes there. Okay. So after that, one has to go back, come back. You can't stay in the mountain. You don't get even water there. Coming back is more difficult. You have to come back with the same style, holding the rocks, the bushes, and one of our friend, his his foot slipped, and he started coming down. And we thought, finish, he's gone. No one can hold him. But he got stuck in one bushes, and he saved. So Narsingh Bhagwan ki jai. Narsingh Bhagwan protects there. No, no, never it happened never any accident happened there. Narsingh Bhagwan protect, but still it's so very, very risky. Anyway, the experiences. You see, I'm telling this, that means some experience is there, some realization is there. When we go to the peak of the mountain, we cross many hills, small, tiny hills. We climb that hill, then we go down, then we climb another hill, then we go down, then another hill, then we go down. So going up and down, okay, up we understand, but when we go down, that going down is again for going up to the second hill. Understand? And then one reaches to the peak of the mountain. So that's a matter of experience and realization. Similarly, a devotee also goes up and down, up and down, up and down, because taken responsibility. If you're not taken any responsibility, how will you realize or experience ups and downs? So that downs is also sometimes, many times actually, is meant to uplift a person, to make him strong to go more up. Understand? This comes by experience and realization. and it comes by responsibility. That's what Gurudev always used to say. When you take responsibility, then you understand. Otherwise, you can't. Because wherever I go, many questions come to, almost same question comes to you. Oh, we are trying to serve, but we get hard time from devotees or from some other person or some other reasons. Then we don't feel like serving. It's a common question everywhere. But again, I'm saying this common question only comes when there is some responsibility. So my first very counter question to them is, are you doing any service or you're just speaking? In a sangha, if there are 50 devotees, how many take responsibility? Can say 10, 15. Rest only volunteers. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj Ji used to explain this. Volunteers. There is a difference between sevak and volunteer. Sevak means one who takes responsibility and is responsible for that. A perfection is responsible for that perfection of that particular task. But only others are only volunteers. That means if they feel like doing, they will do. If they don't feel like, they just go away. So if we are thinking, if I feel like doing, we are, and if I don't feel like, I don't want, because I have some engagement, I have some appointment, I have some this and that. But one who is responsible cannot just go like, walk out like that. Try to understand difference between sevak and volunteer. Sevak takes all responsibility and is fulfilling those responsibility and then walk out. And volunteer is free. So who will realize the mood of service? Who will realize that? Not volunteer, but the sevak. Understand? And what realization comes? I'm just speaking on very practical ground. It's not theoretical. You'll not find it written in any book. When you will serve with some responsibility or some burden on your head, then you will understand this. Choice is ours. We want to become volunteer or we sign as we are sevak. Okay. Choice is ours. Now, the second step is when we are sevak, it can be any seva. Any seva. Even some devotees, they are doing audio seva. Some devotees also helping me producing these audio books. We go through hard time. Different, health problem or circumstances or so now it's a common question for volunteers. Oh, not volunteers, for the sevaks. We get hard time when we serve. From any devotee shouting on us, any devotee criticizing us, any devotee not liking us, any devotee not liking my service, then I feel so bad. I want to give up. They say like that. There's a common question. Everywhere I get this. And all of you also in London, Holland, other countries, I'm seeing them. We also go through this kind of problems. So there's two ways to solve this. One is very easy one, and other is very difficult one. We choose the easy one. Okay, that's the next step. We are going step by step. We choose the easy process. What is that? I don't want to serve. Quit. That's very easy. No. Just speaking two sentence and it's over. I don't want to done. I'm done. I don't want to do. I'm done. Quit. That's so easy, yeah? And difficult is I want to do, but I'm getting hard time doing this. Even I'm getting hard time, but still I don't want to give up. I want to come again and to serve, but I'm getting hard time. And even I'm getting hard time, I don't want to give up. That's hard. That's difficult one. An easy one is bye. If I feel like coming, see you next Janmashtami. For then, bye. So easy, right? So it's difficult to be simple, and it's simple to be difficult. Okay. Now, coming to this stage, we can all understand according to our services, whatever, me, including all of you. Coming to this stage, now what's the next step? How I can be peaceful in this stage where I really want to serve, but I'm getting hard time. I don't want to give up. That means this proves you're not volunteer. This proves you're really a sevak because you don't want to give up no matter what happens. No matter what happens. No matter you get 100 criticism, you don't want to give up. No matter you health problem, don't want to give up. But then devotee asked this question on a very practical ground. When we are serving and these circumstances comes on our way, how we can develop our consciousness and inspiration and aspiration to continue this service. Okay, very practical. Then I gave one answer. Immediately I prayed to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and answer came by his mercy. And to surprise, answer came from his songbook. I don't know which song is that. I mean, I don't know the from where it starts with. Maybe someone can later help me with that. Where Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, "Tomar sevai dukh hai jata, sei to param sukha." You can check later, not now. Just here class. Very important point. Tomar sevai dukh hai jata, sei to param sukha. He's praying, "Oh Prabhu, what is the meaning of this? Tomar sevai dukh hai jata." Which song? No? Krishna Kripa? Are you searching? Oh Prabhu, in your service, whatever problems I go through, say to Param Sukh, that's the source of my happiness and bliss. That's the source of my happiness and bliss. Why? Because you are the center of that seva. Because you are the center of that seva. That's why I'm happy. Even though I'm getting hard time, but I'm happy. Okay. Those practical sevakas, for us, this line of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a formula which we have to keep in our mind always. That's the formula. In all permutation, combination, all mathematical Calculations which are difficult can be solved with this one formula. तुम्हार सेवाए दुख जाता सही तो परम सुख. So easy to sing, but Bhakti Thakur saying, "Oh Prabhu." But for us it's difficult. We think when we serving Krishna, we should always be happy and blissful. Why we feel sad then in the service of Krishna? That means our prem, our love is conditional. There's a condition in the service. Gurudev, I will only serve you. Krishna, I will only serve you when you give me happiness. If I'm getting some problems and sadness, then what is the use of serving you? The whole purpose of serving you is to become happy. If I'm not happy, then why have to serve you? Why? Did Bhaktivinoda Thakur said like that? When he said, Tomar sevai dukh hai jato, that means all those problems, dukha I'm getting in serving you, that means there is some dukha. If he's saying this, that means there is something one goes through. Service to Krishna, service to Guru is not that simple and straight. Who will understand? Again, not volunteers. Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj said, not volunteers. Sevak will understand this. Just like Srila Maharaj, Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj in Jagannath Puri Dham, on the day of Gundicha Mandir Marjan, cleaning of Gundicha temple. All devotees, his disciples, brahmacharis, as like all other devotees, they go to Gundicha temple and they clean the temple. They all had desires. Also, we also want to go and clean the temple. They came to Gurudev, to their Gurudev. That means Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj Ji. Gurudev, can all devotees going for Gundicha temple to clean? If you allow, permit us, we also want to go. Maharaj said, who all want to go? Everyone said, me, 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 me. Okay, go. Very good. They all left. Then one sevak stayed back. He entered the room after 5 minutes. Srila Maharaj said, everyone already, they are in Gundicha temple for cleaning, for serving. That's today very auspicious day. Everyone's supposed to be there. What are you doing here? Why not you there? Then he said, yeah, I want to go, but who's going to look after you? Srila Bharati Maharaj smiled and he said, you are Uttam Sevak. And that brahmachari, he became embarrassed hearing his glorification. He said, no Maharaj, I'm not even a Sevak. I'm Sevak. I'm not Sevak. I'm not Sevak. Maharaj said, listen carefully. That was the glories of Srila Maharaj. All the time staying with them, so much to learn each and every step. Srila Maharaj said, all these brahmacharis, all devotees, they didn't went for something wrong. They went for service. And with my permission, nothing wrong in that. No offense. But none of them thought, if we all leaving our Gurudev, who's going to serve Gurudev if he needs some water or if he needs some medicine or if he needs some other, none of them even thought of it. What they have done is right. They went for some service there to celebrate the occasion. But none of them thought of looking after me. You stayed back only for the reason because you concerned about serving me. That's called Uttam Sevak. And they are volunteers. When they want to go, they're going. None of them ever thought of this. Who's that Uttam Sevak, you know? Madhav Paper. He stayed back. And I know him from many years. I mean, from many years means 30 years. For him, going Jagannath Rath Yatra, attending the cart festival, pulling the cart of Jagannath, not that important. Cleaning Gudicha temple, not that important. Even though it is important occasion, and we are there for that reason. But what is most important is serving acharyas. Everyone left, he stayed back, and Maharaj glorified him right on his face, saying, "You are Uttam Sevak." And he became embarrassed. He said, "No, I'm not even Sevak. I'm very lazy. That's why I don't want to go there." He said, "I'm lazy because so much hot there, so many people there. I'm lazy. That's why I stay back." Maharaj smiled. Hmm. That's the difference between Sevak and volunteer. What is more important? When we were with Srila Gurudev, many parikramas, many occasions, uh, what is our priority? To serve our Gurudev. Even though Abhishek of Krishna is happening 12 o'clock, midnight, seeing that which is auspicious, and we are fasting for that whole day. But when it is in comparison, in terms of choice to serve my Gurudev or to see that, the volunteer will run to see the Abhishek, and the Sevak will remain with his Gurudev to serve him. Understand? Seva is a very pure term. Who will understand this? Only a Sevak can understand this. Give your life to one Savior, you're worshipful, then you will understand this. Then the realizations will come. So much to go through and serving them. So, right in the beginning of accepting any responsibility, right in the beginning of serving, if we have this assumption that I will serve Krishna or my Gurudev only and only if I feel happy or blissful and I feel good. That means, now coming to the essence, that means I'm imposing my conditions in that service. That means there is a condition in that love. Whereas in our Sampradaya, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, what is taught by our acharyas to us is our love is unconditional love. There is no condition. Right now, we have condition. I will only chant, I will only practice, I will only follow Ekadashi if I feel good in my heart. If not, what is the use of chanting then? What is the use of Ekadashi? What is the use of practicing? Condition. That's not Gopi Bhav. That's not what Sri Mahaprabhu came to give us. Shikshashtakam, 8 verse. 8th verse. Who's going to recite? Wait. Let me check. Shikshashtakam, 8 verse. Okay. Haripriya, you know this 8th verse? You're not on screen anyway. Siddheshwari? No. Okay. Then Dhanishta, South Africa. Oh, Siddheshwari is there. Yes. Siddheshwari, eighth verse of Shikshashtakam. Please unmute her. Siddheshwari
Yes, the
Devi.
last pronounce Maharaj. Uh, Ashlishavad. Oh, sorry, Maharaj. I'm a little bit nervous, as you know.
Nervous.
Ashlishavad Padam Pinashtu Mam. Adarsanam Karotu Hatam. Adarsanam Karotu Hatam Marma. Nee, Adarsanam.
Karotu.
Adarsanam Marma Hatam Karotu Va. Yatha Tata Vidhatu Lampeto. Mat prananatastu eva nasa paraha. And the meaning is, oh, let this dear Saki, who is attached to surfing the lotus feet of Shri Krishna, let him tightly embrace this maidservant of his, or let him trample me under his feet, or let him break me, or let him break my heart by not giving me his darshan. Even if he sports in front of me with his beloved, I still consider him as my prananathas, the Lord of my life. And there's no one other than him in my life.
Yeah. Even if you tramp me, even if I'm in very short, simple words, even if you reject me, made me sad by not giving your darshan, or even if you giving me your darshan, mat pranathasu se eva na paraha, still you are the Lord of my life. Mahaprabhu is concluding his Shiksha Ashta. His Shiksha, his teaching, the 8th verse, is concluding with this. And when Mahaprabhu is speaking this, means he's speaking in the mood of Radharani. That means this is the mood of Radharani. Who can be more superior than Radharani? No one. Krishna, you left me. I'm burning in fire of separation. Sometime you come and give me your darshan, you make me happy. But mat pranatha su eva nabara. Still you are the Lord of my life. You are my beloved. Is there any condition? Mahaprabhu is implying any condition. Radharani is giving any condition that you are only my Pranath, Lord of my life, when you only give me darshan and when you only give me happiness. No. So, each and every word in the shloka has some very deep meaning. And the whole Gaudiya philosophy and the seva mood and the prem, definition of prema, is mentioned in this. Mahaprabhu didn't write any book. Only 8 verses, and that completes the whole Gaudiya philosophy. He ends up his teaching with this verse. And that's the limit of, highest limit of prem and surrenderness. No condition is there. Unconditional prem. You make me happy, you make me sad, still my love for you will remain same. Unconditional love. So if we are realizing this, I'm speaking this, I'm also trying to realize this. I'm not instructing anyone. I'm not offending anyone. I'm just sharing the understanding of this. If right in the beginning or in the middle of the service, if we assume or believe that only happiness will come to me and is supposed to come to me, that means there's some condition. I implied some condition in that, but prema is love is unconditional. Prema is unconditional. So this line of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Tomar sevai dukh hai jata, sai to param sukha. Krishna, in your service, whatever problems I will go through, that's the source of my happiness. That means unconditional. When the devotees heard this, they revived their service mood. He revived their service mood. And that's very, very practical. When you serve and then you understand how much will come to you, how many blames will come to you. Dhurte brajes tanaye tanushushtvamya ma dakshina bhava kalanki nilagavaya radhe giram shunumiti shikshayanti devim gunai sulalitam lalitam namami. Radharani is upright here, service of Krishna. And in this Kartik month, Urjeshwari Radharani, she is even ready to accept this word Kalankani, all the most unchaste women of Braj. It's not that she's getting all glorifications. Radharani is not getting glorifications. Yeah. She's get glorified by her Sakhis. How about Jatila and Kotila? How about Abhimanyu? How about others? No. But she accepted both the same standard. Same line. Because Krishna is the center. I further said, if acquiring name and fame is the center of my service, then it's different story. Let me do this service. What will I get? Fame. I'll be famous in my community. So that means your focus of service is your fame. I will get money with this service. So the focus of your service is money. I'll get attracted to other the devotees, male, female. The center of your service is attraction. And then you will get that. But when the center of service is just service, then you will get more service. Always remember, the result of service is more service. When you accomplish some service and more service comes on your way, Krishna is happy with your service. Krishna is happy with your service, and then he'll give you more responsibility, then he'll give you more service, and then you have to apply more input, more efforts, then more will come, then more will come. You will not get rest. Then more responsibility will come. Then more service will come. In this way, this will go on, go on, go on, and go on. And when you reach to Golok Vrindavan, what you'll get there? Oh, one devotee answered. I said, why you want to go Golok Vrindavan? Oh, because it's blissful there. There'll be no any suffering there. Oh, okay. Applying condition right in the beginning. That's the reason for you going Golok Vrindavan, because you always want to be happy and blissful, which is true, but condition is there. Yeah. Service is there, 24 hours, non-stop. Shri Rupa Manjari is serving. Shri Kamala Manjari is serving. Shri Nayanmani Manjari is serving. Shri Vinod Manjari, Guru Manjari, service, not volunteer. Radha Krishna want to sit on swing. Lalita Sakhi said, any other Sakhi can do. I need some break. My husband is calling me. Or I'm just tired doing this service. I need a break for a 1 month. That's volunteer. Sevak has no break. Volunteers, break. Understand? Service can be changed. Okay, if you are speaking Hari Katha, some other service comes, then you can say, I'm not taking break from Hari Katha, but I have some other service to do. That's different case. But Seva has no break. So, Ashlishla Vapadaratam Pinashtumam. This eighth verse of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaks about unconditional love. So always remember this formula of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. That's why I said, worship Bhaktivinoda Thakur every day. Tomar Sevai Dukh. Whenever there is any problem in the mind about service, keep this formula. Tomar Sevai Dukh hai jato sahi to param sukh. Okay. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So Radha